Done. I will wait a few seconds, but I think I am live. If yes, then hello everybody. I have chat on the side, so I see what you're writing. We'll wait a moment before really starting with the stream. Am I supposed to open anything more? Yes, I think. One more website. This one. You should see the subscriber count where? Over here. I was going to make this stream to hit 100,000 subscribers, but I think I underestimated the speed. There's also this graph. Yeah, should work. So later this graph will look more interesting. I've just opened that. And I have chat on the side. Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers. If I'm honest with you, then this last week of LeetCode, it was more of a test. Like how good videos will be without my face on it. Also, you can look at the subscriber count. I will hide, what will I hide? This here, sub count. Yeah, I think that's better. Everybody in the chat is unsubscribing apparently. So, hi guys, LeetCode 14.11. I will start coding in a few minutes, then I will accept suggestions. 100,000, let's go. Yeah, I think it's very, very close. I was supposed to start the stream 1 hour from now, so sorry about that. I actually asked people in Facebook, Discord to unsubscribe, but what can you do? In chat, please write in English, just this one request. In a moment, we'll start with some voting for a problem to solve. I'm on Linux, so I'm ready to do some coding. I have Genie ready. Terminal should also be here. Start coding, bro. I will. Unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. Yeah, so this is quite unusual look, I must say. Yeah, for past half a month I did some LeetCode videos. Now there is drama on Codeverses because of that. So to all my haters, yeah, it makes sense to complain. I think I started my YouTube channel with Codeverses, like difficult content videos. Now I shifted to something else. But as I said in a comment, I'm still going to do some videos on harder topics. It's just that now, this month, there will be a lot of LeetCode. Chat is crazy. I hope that everything is okay with the sound. I think you should turn on slow mode. Yes, I think I will do that. 1000 watching. That will be my record. Slow mode will be useful, so people cannot write that often, and then we will do coding. Hide chat options. Google, my friend, YouTube, how to turn on slow mode. Click settings, click live chat. One moment, I'm learning YouTube. Something is broken? what is happening. Yeah, Linux isn't a perfect system to stream. Or maybe I have just too many windows. No, it should be fine. So where is it? Additional settings. And slow mode. Save. It should be slightly better now. You can write a comment once every... Oh, what happened? Okay, I crossed 100,000 while changing settings. Well, thank you everybody for congratulations. This is the graph right now. As you can get from live stream thumbnail, I'm actually going to code until 101,000 subscribers. So well, thanks everybody for watching my videos. Thank you to people who make captions for me. Thanks to everybody that helped with some of my videos, like when I made those expected value, exchange arguments, and so on. I of course got some help from my friends, so thanks for that. Also thanks to Jomatek, who really grew my channel from 5,000 to 15,000 subscribers a year ago. That was a nice boost. Later in this stream I will show you some analytics, but really mainly I want to code for a few hours. So that will be the main plan. I see a lot of congratulations in the chat, so thank you. In the video description you can see a link to this page where I will post any links, for example, for voting. And sub and make him code forever. Thanks, Vivek. Okay, so this is live stream coding until 101,000 subscribers. Sorry for a change of plans. Online voting tool. Is this something where I can... Which problem should I solve? Really? Some things will never change, like technical issues during a stream. Below the preview. Okay. Last code versus, there is some suggestion. Can you... Okay, I asked my mods to make me a link. Oh, Stropple. Somebody suggested Stropple. I will use that. Stropple. Which problem should I solve? Next. Create. CodeGem 1A problem 1. Let's say problem 2. Or this. Later you can make some more options. Maker, CFD3 F, last contest. Create. And I cannot make more. Sorry about that. Also during this stream I'm not going to answer questions. There is frequently asked questions in the description if you want. Poll maker. again. Okay, so simple vaulting first, just in the chat. Later we'll have something better. Code forces, code gem, or AddCoder. You have 3 options. So write in the chat which one you prefer. Code forces, AddCoder, or code gem. And I will start with something from that. Just write in the chat. Later we will have a link. Damn, this is chaos. D3F, code gem, code forces. I think it's code forces or code gem, but by the way, this is what I see on the other screen. Okay, code forces 1. Somebody suggested problem F from this thing. Just I hope this is not very hard. Well, it is kind of hard, but if you want that. As I said, in the description there will be link. First problem, or problem 1. In the description there is link to this page, and this page will contain all the links, so I don't need to copy to chat. There is a rectangular grid of size n by m. Each cell of the grid is colored black or white. The color of the cell is Cij. You're also given a map of directions. For each cell there is direction, which is one of 4 directions: U, R, D, L, up, right, down, left. Guaranteed that top row doesn't contain any characters U, and so on. So this paragraph means nothing goes outside of the grid. You want to place some robots in this field, at most 1 robot in a cell, to satisfy the conditions. Robots follow the arrows. There's no move before which 2 different robots occupy the same cell. I should have turned off the tags. I will do that in a moment in settings. Wait a second. Settings, general, show tags for unsolved problems, unmark. Yes, I don't see them now, so it will be better for the future. I need to place robots on the grid so that they could move forever and not collide with each other. But it's okay if they like swap positions or something like that. Between moves, they cannot occupy the same position. Number of black cells is maximum possible. So what if there is a grid, and for every vertex, a grid is a graph. For every vertex there is 1 arrow pointing to one direction. Then in general this graph is called sunflower or meadows. Jellyfish. Jellyfish or sunflower is, I think stream is back. Yes, stream should be back. Well, anyway, this is the input graph, so jellyfish or sunflower, where there is a cycle and directed trees pointing towards a cycle. And we need to choose some vertices, like maybe this one, this one, this one. Play the whole cycle. Okay. For every point, let's make this observation. if two robots ever occupy the same place, they will keep occupying the same place forever. So let's say I want to say after billion moves, they are on different positions. Every cell, like for example, this one, let's say after 5 moves, it will be where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be here. This one, after 5 moves, will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be there. As I said, my drawing tablet is button Linux. For every vertex, I will know where it is after billion moves. I will do that with binary lifting. And I don't need this particular, like, to understand this structure, detect the cycle, and so on. And for every cell, I will know which cells would get here after billion moves. And from that, I will just take one black cell. So that should be the whole solution. Not extremely hard. And as I said, this stream will be programming until 101,000 subscribers. And don't ask me questions now not related to the stream and what I'm doing right now, because I cannot possibly answer that. There are test cases, grid, blah, blah, blah. I have file templates with my templates. This is f.cpp. Read the test cases. Your stream got down for 5 minutes. I didn't know that it's for 5 minutes. I thought it's more like a minute. So maybe most important informations are as follows. In the description there is link to website with all the links that you will need during this stream. In particular, this is the problem. I've read the description out loud, the statement out loud, and then made some drawings here where I said if there is a graph where from every vertex there is one edge, then it looks like this. It's called jellyfish or sunflower. And I figured this. If two robots ever share a cell, they will share a cell forever. So I just want to guarantee that after billion moves, nobody will share a cell. For that, I will use binary lifting for every cell to know where I will be after billion moves. Test case. Height and width. Also, starting from the next problem, there will be what? There will be voting, more professional voting. And if you don't see the subscriber count, I can do this. Maybe this is better. By default, I'm removing the green background. Let's make a function to read a string, because it isn't easy with scanf. S of max, I don't know. This thing, there is a grid of size h for every element of the grid. So a row, read it. What happens then? I need binary lifting. I can get linear memory even. If you want to read more about it, again, binary lifting or jump pointers. Parent of size h by w. Nice haircut, thank you. Yeah, I really had a homemade haircut recently, just like I said in a video. Sound is low, I guess. If people agree that sound is low, then I can turn it up a little bit. Like, here we go. It's now like 10% louder. For every row, for every column, I need to decide this. And this will be based on a character. I want to know a parent. I will keep a pair here. So if parent of 5.3, 5.2 will remember 5.3, it means that from 5.2 I go directly to here. Oh, also there was white and black. I need to do read white and black. And indeed, please write only in English in the chat. What if I reach 1,000 subscribers in 24 hours? Then I will code for 24 hours. R2 is row, C2 is call, character is grid of row call. If this is up, then row minus minus. If this is down, then row plus plus, left and right. This is first step. I initialize that. Now let's repeat 30 times. What do I repeat? Binary lifting. So my parent is parent of my parent. As I said, if you want to know more, Google that. A temporary new array. New parent. Initially, I know what happens after I make one move from a cell. Now I will know what happens after 2 moves, 4 moves, 8, and so on, up to billion, or well, 2 to 30. But this should be logarithm of n, so 20 will be also enough. Let's make it 22. New parent row call is parent of TMP is parent of row call, TMP first, TMP second. Now for every cell I know what happens after billion moves. What is this language? C++. There are frequently asked questions in the description, if you want. And for every cell I will gather possibilities. Do I need to retrieve the answer in some way? Or just put the number? The maximum number of robots. The maximum number of robots you can place. Maximum number of black cells occupied by robots. Okay. Just 2 values. I need just count and black count. Let's say this will be pair. Count. Now, if count of 5.2 will be, let's say, 20, 14, it means that for cell 5.2, there can be 20 robots. Do you really need that? I think those are Boolean values. Right? Anybody can reach you? Anybody can reach you? What am I writing? And same with black can reach you. For every cell I will know if there is a robot who could start from black cell and reach you after billion moves. Then I will take that one. H is height, W is width of a grid. Parent is this. So now I know that this cell can be reached after that many moves. Anybody can reach U of parent first, parent second. It's true. But also if black, then I will do something more and answer. Any is 0, blacks is 0. That's a lot of for loops in this code. If anybody can reach you. And done, but I have some to do of reading the input, white and black. Unused variable, cool. Okay, what's the input format? 0 and 1 for white and black. And this is first. Also colors. Read color. As is. Row, and I'm going to use it here. If not, if the initial row column was black and black was 1 or 0, 0, then black can reach you of that parent is true. I should have used, if that was a real contest, I would use shorter variable name. Here I want to make it easier to read. Write to input file, to 1 for 3, to 2. Cool. Piotr Baranowski suggests maybe something from Polish Olympiad. That's on the harder side of what I want to do during this stream. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck for, for like an hour solving one problem. So this F problem is, I think, hardest I can go here. Deepak, your subscriber count is stuck at this from last 15 minutes. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I guess when internet went off, I don't think you should see this, but whatever. One moment, I'm fixing. Fixing an issue. Here we go. Sorry about that. I don't know. My internet apparently doesn't like YouTube. I still had internet connection, It was just, I remember that it's something with DNS, but I couldn't fix that. Couchchef-Long challenge April factor 3. Yes, Couchchef-Long challenge makes sense too. But my mods gave me some link. So maybe you could vote. I'm testing that. Okay, let's try that. I'm posting here. But it passed, right? Yes, accepted. But with quite big time. 1 second, more than 1 second. The limit is 3 seconds. I will take a look at the editorial. But before that, in current notes, I'm pasting a link to voting. Please try that. You can make your own suggestion, I believe. So maybe that will work. And in the meantime, I will read editorial. Tutorial. You can extract cycles in the graph, do some dynamic programming on trees, use some hard formulas and so on, but it is way harder to implement. Yeah, I started from thinking that this is what I should do. Functional graph. Yeah, functional graph is a formal name for jellyfish or sunflower. Exactly one outgoing edge, blah, blah, blah. Next, yeah, called binary lifting. So it's exactly the same. Solution. DFS? Why do we use DFS? Do we? If not used of IJ DFS? Sounds unnecessary. And here, I don't recommend this one. It's like hashing the cells into numbers from 1 to h times w. Yeah, that's the same. I can close that. I'm not using this. Yeah, like 100,000. The stream was supposed to start in 45 minutes, and I'm now already almost halfway to 101,000. And let's see the voting results. CouchGem round 1A. Please do Couchchef-Long challenge. I will wait a moment. Please vote. Yeah, links are in the description of the stream. There is a link to current notes page, to this one. I will take a look at the chat to maybe answer some questions. How do you go about a problem where you don't immediately know the appropriate algorithm? I think usually on a piece of paper. What I can use. Are you in lockdown? It isn't recommended to go off and out. So, 1 second. So, you know, I go to a shop once every week. I don't need to do that every day. And that's it. You shouldn't take walks or anything like that. But if you are a programmer, your life doesn't differ that much. So I just hope that everything will be all right for other people. Because, you know, a lot of people will lose their jobs, for example, because businesses close. Please make a video on your journey. Maybe I will, but it isn't my priority. It's not that it will teach you anything. Why don't you use HackerEarth? Why should I use HackerEarth? That's a good question. There are a lot of platforms. Some of them I like. What to do if you are weak in math? Practice math. Maybe get some book. Have you tried Code Wars? I think I have. Also, today at the end of the stream we can do some typing contests with audience or Code Wars. Why not? But that's later. Do I know Strassen's matrix multiplication? Yeah, I know what that is. Are you doing code forces tomorrow? I don't know. Didn't think about it. Let's see voting results. Code Chef long challenge this. I will take a look. I will take a look at this. But first, is it hard? If in 10 days only 100 people solved it, it's too hard. So with so small accuracy. As I said, I don't want to spend an hour on something. I will read the statement though. There is a tree. Every vertex has some cost. Q queries. Your given cities U and V, possibly identical, is planning to buy houses in these cities. Happiness is equal to the product of the costs of houses in all cities which lie on the simple path between U and V. Does factor mean divisor? What is factor? Division 2? Yeah, but still, the division 1 has the same problems, right? They also solved it, or not? Okay, 100 in division 2 solved it, so maybe it's good. But still, they had 10 days for that. Why people don't put any sample explanation? It's so stupid. Sample explanation can only help. Please, problem authors. Always put something. What is a factor? In math. Factors, divisors, okay. I need to, let's start with a line. If this wasn't a tree, if it was easier version, so a sequence of numbers, then there would be queries in this interval. What's the number of divisors of a product? For every prime separately, it would be on this interval find the maximum plus 1 and multiply those. If some number is prime power 10 times another prime power 5, then the answer, the number of divisors, is 11 times 6. N is up to million. Numbers up to million and Q up to 100,000. Is there a time limit? Seven seconds. The number of primes up to million is around 100,000, if I want to have that in complexity. Brute force would be for every prime to check. Like, what is the biggest exponent in which it occurs on the path? And then what? Yeah, and then multiply something. What can I use? Divide and conquer? Will that help? Maybe. Maybe divide and conquer. Can we do heavy light decomposition? Maybe. I don't like heavy light decomposition. I solved like 100 problems on centroid decomposition and like maybe 1 or 2 with heavy light decomposition. I cannot remove. That wasn't expected. Let's think. Oh, and I will put a link here. After this problem, by the way, I'm going to do something easier. And if you are new to a stream, what happened is I was going to stream today until I hit 100,000 subscribers, but it happened way earlier than I thought. So now I'm going for 101,000. Let's try centroid decomposition. Then there is centroid or root, special vertex, and I want to handle all the queries that go through it. So all queries like this one, for example. Then what I can do is I can run DFS, go like that, and for every path down then I will keep in some structure information about this product of exponents. Let's say that here I have number 4 for the first time, or maybe 9, 3 square. Then 49 will be better, less, because nothing will be equal by mistake, by coincidence. It's number 49 is here for the first time. This is not divisible by 7, this is not divisible by 7. Then I want to say, if I want to pair this up with anything blue here, like that doesn't reach 49 or bigger, so maybe here there is 7 cubic, then this is like a boundary. Maybe here it's 7 squared, then it's also a boundary. But until here, if the path ends here, I want to multiply the answer by 3. Because 49 is 7 squared. And this gives me like 3 divisors. This number has 3 divisors. Then I think the solution will be like that. With DFS, go down with a red path, and every time you have a new number, so some new exponents appear, some new prime numbers to some power, then I want to make some update on a segment tree built on everything else. I don't think that works. Because possibly this guy has a lot of children. So a lot of boundaries might happen. Then I would need to update a lot of ranges. That's bad. What about this? Another idea, Mohs algorithm on a tree. It would possibly give me square decomposition. Check the polls again. I will, like after this problem. Or is there something what coach? Later I need a new link because there are two because there's just too many options now. Maybe I will move to CodeGym round 1 in a moment. But my new idea is this, to aim for n power 1.5. It will be O of n times square root of n. times maybe some small logarithm. There's something like most algorithm on a tree. There is something like most algorithm on a tree, where you move with a path and you update it one by one. Because this would be easy on a sequence. I think that's a solution, but I don't want to code it. I would even need to think a moment how to do most algorithm on a tree. Turn off. Okay, my guess is that this is a solution. I will now take a look at the tutorial, because if that's a solution, then now you would see me implement for 1 hour and debug for quite a lot of time. Nothing interesting here. Is there a tutorial? Most algorithm on a tree. Here we go. This is exactly what I thought should be done. I'm not that stupid after all, it seems. But you don't want me to code that. Is there implementation? Oh, video editorial. Here we go. Somebody made a video. Setter's solution. Looks fun, isn't it? I'm sure that some of that is templates. At least I hope so. Hilbert order? Do we need that? What? Maybe? I don't remember. Okay. No. That was problem about trees for you. Can we find lowest common ancestor and then run a BFS towards the two nodes and keep storing in vector on the way? That's too slow. You cannot do BFS for every, for every query. Change the title, make it 101,000. I don't think I need that. 100,000 sounds more catchy, isn't it? By the way, that's a graph. Since the internet went off. Should I make the change the title? I can. Still 1,000 people watching, nice. Edit 101,000. Done. What next? I guess I will do something from CodeGem, but just like one problem. I don't want to cover everything. So what about... Well, first I will open it, see if there is... What are difficulties of problems? It's always hard to get to some old round. Round 1A. 3 problems. How quickly people solved it. Third problem takes 20 minutes if you are good. Still possible. Okay. Chat voting, because I don't want to bother with a new link. Chat voting 1, 2 or 3. Pattern matching, Pascal walk, square dance. Just type 1, 2 or 3 in the chat. And as some reminders, there are frequently asked questions in the video description. I cannot possibly, read all the comments right now in the chat. 1, 2 or 3. Pattern matching, Pascal walk or square dance. Oh, and there is some delay. Like, I don't know, 10 seconds or 15 after I say something and you type it even immediately in the chat. I still will see it after maybe 10 seconds. I would say it's 1 or 3 so far. Oh, and just remember not to type multiple times. Yeah, 1 or 2. So what about this? First 1, then 2? Does that sound fun? Because I don't know if 1 or 3 won. So from this contest. Also, there were some votes for 0, 4 and 9, but those aren't the majority. P3. P4 will be first. It's a code gem problem. Code gem 1A. Oh no. Pattern matching. Okay, guys, voting is done. Many terminals use asterisks, and after that, third problem. Many terminals use asterisks to signify any string, including the empty string. Sure thing. Pattern is a string consisting of only uppercase English letters and asterisks. And the name is a string consisting of only uppercase letters. Pattern matches name. Sure thing. Given n patterns, can you find a single name of at most 10 to 4 letters that matches all those patterns at once, or report that it cannot be done? What's the limits? If I didn't know that it's easy, I would say it might be NP hard. N is up to 50, length up to 100. This is called constructive problem. Is CAF equal to Corona? I don't think so. Also, with the frequency of me going out of my apartment, there's really little to no chance. Why did my voting option get removed? YouTube, there is some YouTube spam detection system. If a lot of people write something, then YouTube might incorrectly detect that as spam. So sorry about that. Are there any other limits? At least one character of PI is an uppercase English letter for all I. I'm thinking. If you don't remember, link to notes with link to this problem in the video description. Can I choose the first letter greedily? If any string starts with non-asterisk, that's a hard word, then I need to take that letter. Otherwise, all of those start with asterisk. Similarly, if anything ends with a letter, I need to take that at the end. Otherwise, everything starts and ends with asterisk, and there are letters in the middle, and asterisk and letters, and so on, and I can do that easily, right? I think this is done, but I was confused for a moment. If at least one word is like this, let's say X, then asterisk and so on, then I need to take this X. I know what to do. The same with the end. Otherwise, every string starts with this, ends with that, and here there might be something like A, B, asterisk, C, and so on. But then if every word is like that, the problem is easy, because I can, maybe here it's Y. I can just use those one by one. I can say, for those, the answer would be A, B, C, Y, Z. That's it. So let's code it. Now this is done. Oh, by the way, in my opinion, this is a very nice problem. The problem about grid was fine. The problem about tree was boring, and this one is very nice. Okay, input format, just n and strings. Code gem a pattern. Let's use sin and cout because anyway the input size is small, and this should be easier for you to read. For every test case, read the number of strings, read the strings. I don't know, day. I sometimes name something in the input day when I don't have an idea. Input is read, and now while there are strings that start with something or end with something, I need to take that. Prefix, suffix. Initially they are empty. For everything, I go from the beginning while this character is not special one, a star. Maybe I should say a star, it's easier. Not a star, plus, then do the following. If prefix has that letter, I already decided about prefix because some other string started with AB something, then now I have AC something, that's bad. I need to say impossible. If I is smaller than prefix length, if prefix of I is different than s of I, then bad. What do I say? Impossible? Coconuts. Print a star if there is no such name. Print star, return. Otherwise just skip. Like, I mean, in this case here we already have a good character. And that's it. Oh no. Else, prefix, pushback. So append at the end of this character. If I didn't see such a long string, then I'm taking that. Prefix plus equal s of I. I need the same with suffixes, so let's make a function. String get common prefix. Do this. Let's move that to a function because I will use it twice. And in this case, let's return a star. Get common prefix. Now reverse everything. Not like that. Or I can do it at the end here. It will be better. Won't it be? Yeah. But that's confusing. That's bad. This function will reverse everything. In C++, don't forget about ampersand, like this character. got it by reference. Actually, I don't need, okay, I need that. If prefix is equal star or suffix is equal star, then this. There is also a case when one of the strings didn't have any star, so prefix and suffix were equal. I need to reverse the suffix because it was created looking from the end. And what now? Most of the time prefix will be something like this, ABCB, let's say. Suffix will be, let's say, AXYZ. And now I can fill that, the middle part, greedily. Like find in every string everything between first star and last star and take it. Reverse. But I need to detect a case where prefix and suffix, they represent the same thing. So if there was a string without any star. But I think I can do it as I go here. Oh, I said that I will use sin cout. Right, yeah. In 15 minutes the initial stream was supposed to start, so maybe some people will just appear seeing the stream going for already more than 1 hour. String s in day. For every string I need to find first and last star. If this is a star, there is an easier way to write this, but whatever. So first is initially, I don't know, int max, infinity. If first is equal, if last is equal -1, this is to do a case where there is a string without any star, so I need to follow exactly this string. Otherwise, everything between those if not a star, middle plus equal this character. So most of the time I will just here print prefix plus middle plus suffix. I can concatenate like this. Special case. And return. Actually, maybe I will not return. I didn't use this. Okay. Let's try. Coconuts and a star. I would prefer some better test, so let's create one. Let's say there are 3 test cases. You can add empty lines for clarity. And now A, B, C, star, microphone test, star, 1, 2, 3, star. Actually, this is not valid, but whatever. And XYA. Like that, and then the second one will be this. Let's see, 3 strings. One will be just a star. This one AB. 1, 2, 3. Star, star, star. Okay, this should be possible, and it should find this as suffix, this as prefix. There's ABC in the middle, then TY, yeah, it did what I asked it to do, but there is also a case where one string is, let's say, A, B, C, D, E. The other is, I don't know, this. And right now my program doesn't know what to do in that case. Special case, it said. I just need to check if this matches everything else. Can I do it easily? Like, do I need to implement something new as special for that or not? Collaborate with Tim William? Yes, I will. Like, really, this month I'm very busy with those lead code problems. I would prefer if that was not 30-day challenge, if it was more like 14 characters, 14 days. Oh, Kabir, my mode noticed that there is requirement. At least one character is uppercase. What? So wait, this is a general condition. Case is not included in it, but this is so stupid. Why did they not write it here? So I can just submit this. Let's also print a case and number. Oh, I need number. This time without a new line. Then I think I'm done. Maybe during a contest I would think for 1 more minute, but during such a stream, what's the point in testing much? Like, I already created some test. Pending judgment. After that, I'm moving to third problem, as I said before. This is a short stream. Why does it take so long? Just repeat the concept you used here. I can make some very short summary. What I did is I made a drawing, right? If there is a character at the beginning of a string, I need to use it. Otherwise, if I use something else, like that's bad. I lost already. So if there is something at the beginning of any string, I take it greedily. Same with the end of a string. Otherwise, if I meet a star, and the star, like from first start from the left, first from the right, until that moment, I need to do exactly that. But between stars, if there are some requirements like those, I can do them in whatever order. If all strings have this at the beginning and this at the end, then this condition, for this to match my string, just this must be somewhere in the middle. And I just take ABC. Like for this, I said I print ABC, BC. Now I'm not typing with drawing tablet. Why? This will be correct. So that was problem number 1. Then the next one is square dance, much harder one. Here we go. You don't need this green thing. You're organizing an international dancing competition. Dance floor, agreed. You are missing an audience. You need to compute interest level. Each competitor occupies 1 square unit until they are eliminated. Compass neighbor is another competitor Y chosen such that Y shares a row or column with X. And nobody stands between them, like rooks in chess, I guess. Each competitor may have between 0 and 4 compass neighbors. So it's like for every rook in a grid, find rooks that are attacked by this one, inclusive, and the number may decrease if all the other competitors in one orthogonal direction are eliminated. Indeed. This means in some direction, a rook might see nothing. The competition runs one round at a time. There's some description about average of your neighbors. Interest level is the sum of skill levels of the competitors dancing in that round. The sum of all rounds. Given the skill levels, what is the interest level of the competition? I need to simulate the process. Can't I do it like in a brute force manner almost? If I remove something, I will update things like in all 4 directions and that's it. Can somebody tell me, is there anything hard in this problem? There's a comment that E1 and E2 from Division 3 they have more votes now. Okay, maybe then the next thing to do is this, E from Division 3, and then we'll make a new voting. Yes, that's about it, simulation. I thought it's much harder problem. Why didn't I attend Code Jam round 1A? Because it was 3 AM for me. I sleep then. I can choose any round, 1A, 1B, 1C. So read the input size, right? R and C. I prefer to name them H and W, like height and width. I made the typo here. Code jammy. Code jam 1A. Dance. And people took so much time on this problem because it just takes time to implement, or what? Is lockdown in Russia, Errichto? I don't know. I live in Poland, but I guess you can use Google. What was the condition? Strictly less than the average skill level of all of these compass neighbors. I will copy this. Two magical lines to make scene see out fast. Sometimes it is useful to surround the grid with fake plus infinity values, and I'm considering that right now. Greetings from Italy. Greetings to Italy. Greetings from India. Greetings to India. And to Russia too, by the way. And Poland. Do you know which country always has the best statistics in my analytics on YouTube? Like longest view time? Egypt. I have no idea why, but Egypt has longest view duration. They can endure longest, apparently. Okay, now I'm thinking if I need to surround with plus infinities or not. Yes, but I don't need to modify grid for that. I think I prefer to use uppercase for this, because now I've just tried to do that. Did I use it here? Yes. Japan, Poland, India, Philippines. Hi guys, hi everybody. Greetings from Egypt. Hello, long watching Egypt. I need to get back to coding. Not need to, but want to. Read the read. Now for every row and for every column I will create a set. This way I can remove things and I can ask about neighbors. So there is vector of sets, of ints. For rows and for columns, right? Let's call it set row for every row, set column for every column. What will be there? Just positions that are still alive? Or maybe pair? Maybe it's more convenient to use a pair or not. Let's say index or not. I will need infinities. Everything will be initially with -1 and infinity. Same here. This is to make later, to avoid some ifs later. When somebody doesn't have neighbors in some direction, I still see a neighbor. I just will understand that it's something fake. Set row. Actually, I don't take values, right? I wonder if those should be pairs. Yes, it's more convenient. Everything will be a pair. Everything will be a pair index, comma, value. Let's do it like that. Let's call it TMP. To this I will initialize that as two pairs, -1, comma, like 0, whatever, -1 and infinity, comma 0. Every row and column first thinks that there is something at position -1 and infinity. Now set row of row, insert call. Yes, call, comma, value. Oh, comma, this. I wonder how much time this will take me. Please somebody check when I started and tell me at the end how much it took. Okay, and now while true. If after a round no competitor is eliminated, then the competition ends. While true. Okay, maybe this is not that easy to implement. It's a bit. It would be bad to use this problem in some later round. That really counts. In this one, I guess it's fine. Where if somebody is good, then it's whatever, they will pass. Though, to get to top 500, you just need to implement this quickly. I will later check the standings. What is my keyboard layout? Standard Europe thing. QWERTY, right? I think it's called US keyboard layout. But other than that, there are FAQ in the description. Okay. I need some structure to know things to remove. And after I remove, I will have items to check. All the neighbors after removing will wait to be checked. So what about having set of pairs? check. Initially, I put everybody there. Check, insert row column. Could be a vector as well, but set will be more convenient. Now I will iterate over things in check. So everything there is a candidate. A candidate to be removed. I assume that you exist. I will find your neighbors. I need something, a function that will give me for all the neighbors. Get neighbors. This is called lambda function. And there will be some copy pasting here. I need help to start competitive programming. I have a video for that. S row of row, find call, not a pair of of row. Find a pair call comma this. Okay, this is myself. Now I need next element and previous. Maybe I didn't need this after all. There is function next, right? Next of I. This will give me next thing. If this first is not infinity, what do I gather? Pairs, positions. If your neighbor exists, but I could as well do that with an if for iterator. So this makes this thing not useful at all. If you exist, then nay implies back. This is better pushback for pairs in C++. A row, comma, next of IT first. Then it turns out that I didn't need second elements in sets. Previous of IT first. It's not -1. And place back. This. I also need the same for columns. Can I do that? I think it will be copy paste. I don't see how to avoid that. Row, comma, grid of row column. I don't want to now remove those pairs because maybe later I will realize that I need them. But now I think that set shouldn't contain a value. If next of this. Yay, hooray, copy paste. If this, then that comma column. That comma column. You misspelled emplace? I did indeed, thank you. 1,000 people watching for typos. That must be powerful. I should do live contests like that. Also, we're close to 101,000 subscribers. Where is why do I have this here? Where is it? Here, yeah. This is some fluctuation. That's just a bug in YouTube, but other than that, it seems that I'm going fast. Okay, I gathered the neighbors. for everything in things to check. What about also returning def sum of values? Get total value? Not really. I need to check if my value is smaller than average of them. I don't want to use real values or division, so instead, like it would be, let's say, value 1 plus value 2 plus value 3 divided by 3. Instead, I can check 3 times my value smaller than v1 plus v2 plus v3. I will check this on integers. That's much better. Can values be 1 billion? Because that's an overflow, possible overflow. No, up to 1 million. So count. This will be neighbors is get neighbors. I need to check if neighbor.size times my value is smaller than sum. Let's create the sum of neighbors. Of course, neighbors in terms of what was described in the statement. Sum plus equal grid. Is that called grid? Yes. Let's cast it to int. It's bad to use unsigned ints in general. If this, then I know this should be removed. Remove.insert that. I don't want to remove now because that will screw checking other things. Let's call it to remove. And after I'm done checking everything, then iterate again for things to remove. Also, if to remove empty, then I will break. Because that's the end. He's using Ubuntu. That's correct, I am. As row of p first, erase. Yeah, I'm changing that. It only hurts me. This is set of ints. Before that, let me copy it, memo.cpp, just in case. But other than that, this should be int. And this one is int as well. How long am I coding this already? Like 20 minutes? It should be filled with -1 and infinity. But no, I realize that this is not necessary at all. This is just if it is not, next of it is not this of dot end. Actually, that's uglier, so let's leave it. Those watchers at -infinity and -1 and plus infinity could be also -infinity, whatever. This gets simplified, sorry about that. Find just column, here just find row. Start to get value. This is not a pair anymore, and I think that's fixed. Compile. This is I should type it in slightly different way to avoid log n query multiple times. Like next of it is logarithmic complexity, I should save it. Or is it? Like it can be. It's amortized linear. Yeah. And this is why I sometimes use pp instead of p. For every neighbor in neighbors, maybe I should have used the full name neighbors. For every, this is just used once, never anymore. Let's call it candidate. Candidate to be removed. Erase p.second. But also I need to iterate over neighbors again. Maybe this, and it will be new check. Check insert p. But that might insert things that will be removed as well. So when I iterate over things to insert, if grid of row call is equal -1, continue. And also when removing, here grid of p first, p second is -1. Let's denote removing. If p to remove was empty, then break. And now before I try to keep the answer, every moment let me print the grid. Treat it as debugging. If this is -1, let's print a dot. Otherwise, print this value. After the full line, new line, and here new line as well. I think this is what they said in the statement. And that's the end. Okay, what remains is to maintain the sum of remaining things. I don't need this. When removing, before unmarking value as -1, sum minus equal the value. 101,000 subscribers! Yay! 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 But let me finish the problem. This, and after that, answer plus equal sum. Maybe after this. I need to check if I should print with module. This is some temporary sum. Let's say it's okay. 15, 16, 14, 14. Do I use modulo? I don't. After you've done a lot of problems in your life, there are some things that you mess up often, like this modulo. So this is why I checked. Pending judgment. Everybody, Nick says, everyone unsubscribe, he will keep coding. I don't think this is how it works. Now do until 102,000? Maybe not. Are you one of the greatest Polish streamers on YouTube now? No, no, no. It's a bit strange that judging takes so much time, but maybe they don't parallelize anything. Then if single test is 2 seconds and they run like 20 of them, it does make sense. It makes sense if during a contest this was faster. Please answer why you didn't participate in Code Jam 1A, asks Kayo. Because I slept. I didn't want to participate because it's 3 AM. There are 3 rounds, I can choose any, and I'm going to participate in 1B or 1C. Still judging. Greetings from Indonesia. Thank you, thank you. Which ID you're using? This is Genie, but you should look frequently asked questions in the description. Okay, let's wait for that. So Code Wars. What about this? Oh, maybe I think when somebody earlier asked me about Code Wars, I answered thinking that it's about coding game. There are those short competitions in coding game. I need to log in. Well, log in with Facebook. I don't remember. Welcome back. Clash of Code. In 2 minutes, this thing starts. I don't know if they have limit of participants. I'll paste it here. Coding game. You can join. It will be an easy problem where like 1 minute or 5 minutes should be enough for that. I don't know if I should create a private thing. I don't see a point. How to set message window to bottom in Genie. Somewhere in preferences. Here we go, teaching you how to do Genie. Interface, message window, bottom right. You can choose here. Well, apparently only 8 people can participate. Given an undirected graph, if graph is connected, one can reach. What do I need to decide? True. Oh, okay. I need to output a word. So B, pushback A. Why is this so slow? So small? Did I remove something? Find an union would be faster than DFS, but now whatever. What do I print? False. Visit not declared. The problem set, check if graph is connected. I'm not doing well. What am I doing? Time 1:58. That wasn't fast. Isn't BFS faster than DFS by just a constant factor? Yes, it is. Failfish. Hello, Alex. I don't know what is failfish. Looks like I need to train a machine learning model to accurately predict what time to write message so that Errichto reads it. It's random, I guess. You can make an educated guess. It's a pity that only 8 people can participate in this. Share my code. How does it work? I guess before you click that, you cannot. Before you click that button, other people cannot see your code. Practice. Can I do it private thing for more than 8 people? Well, here it will be for 12. New link goes here. How am I? I'm fine, thank you. Where do you work? I guess YouTube is a big part of my work right now. 1 minute left. One minute left. I'm doing something on my second screen. Please ignore. Okay, clash now. The game mode is reverse. You do not have access to the statement. You have to guess what to do by observing the following set of tests. Is this a phone number? Formatting? S question mark plus S of 0, S of 1. Does it work like that? I'm not sure. I don't know if it will compile. Up to 5. Add those characters. I think I'm doing something very stupid. Yeah, not here for sure. This is enough. To be honest, I don't remember how to use substring. First, then 4 characters, up to 9. This is all uppercase S. That hurts too. I didn't print the answer. My program just said answer. That wasn't correct. Congratulations, Alex and Stefan. Świstak is in the chat. Hi, Świstak. Again, I'm doing something on the side. Okay, done. I added a moderator to the chat. Is it the big face reveal stream? Yes, here we go. No, to be honest, the face reveal thing was obviously a joke, but I combined that with testing how well my videos will do without my face. If you go to youtube.com/Errichto, then you will see a change of also in thumbnails between week 1 of LeetCode and week 2, but also the content is different because there is no my face. And I'm just seeing, I mean, after this month, I will have a lot of data to analyze what to do well. Obviously, content is most important, but making some good decisions that don't cost me any time in the long run, it might increase the number of people that will see it. Good to know that. Good to know Alex Weiss watches Errichto and Schwistek too. I'm sure there are a lot of skilled people watching. Stefan knows something too. By the way, I'm doing something. Something is the work. I'm doing something with Alex. Some kind of, I don't think, related to coding interviews. But for that, it will be announced later. So what? Another round. Back to code. Start private thing. New private link. Go, go, go. Mateusz Rodecki in the chat. Hello, Mateusz. If somebody new joins the chat, by the way, including, for example, Mateusz, whom I see also here in private messages in coding game. No, the 12 slots taken. So let's go. Do I need to click? Fastest. Okay, I will say later. Have a special IP address. Enter open ports. What? Sum of digits. If is digit. Submit without testing. Score 0%. Yay. Yeah, like in those very short, easy problems, it's a risk. I thought that everybody would finish by this moment, so I hit submit without testing. What did I do wrong? For every digit, add this character -0. Seems alright to me. Check. It didn't compile. And this should be outside. Okay, I missed a character over here. Let's try now. 1 to 5.5.5.5. Yes. This character was missing. That happens if you take a risk. Congratulations to Manish. 60%. What's wrong with this? For X in A. So here I see casting into ints, understanding that. I don't know why it's wrong though. I did something easier. I iterate over string Let's see my code. Iterate over characters in a string. If it's a digit, then increase the sum by this character minus 0. And I did that in 46 seconds, unnecessarily trying to be very fast. I had 20 seconds more, but I didn't know that. So what, one more, and then I get back to solving some problem. And after that, I think the stream will end, because like I don't see any particular goal I should pursue. You missed the multiplication. What multiplication? Wait, what? I needed to multiply? Oh, this is a correct code. I needed to multiply. What was the problem? Okay, I didn't read the statement correctly. Multiply the string by the first digit. Yeah. Oh, so I was very, very wrong. Okay, one last time. Back to home. Newest. First come, first served. Is the CodeGem submission still running? Good question. Time limit exceeded. Huh. Do I have wrong complexity of what, or what? In a moment I'm getting back there. Reverse mode, guess. Tool of 8x 56 0. So get a set of strings and print middle two. I need to split with a space, I guess. I don't remember if there is a function for that. Tokens. Oh, no. Up to len. If s of I is a space, then tokens push back last string, last is empty. Else last plus equal s of I. If not last empty, tokens push back last. Answer is tokens of tokens size over 2. Let's think, if it's 2, then this will give me 1. Nope, I need to round this down. I hope input cannot be empty. If answer, not if token size, if it's even, let's try and submit. Whoa, 48 seconds, Draken. That's very, very nice. It was 2 minutes for me. 25 seconds. But incorrect. Split would be useful. I spent most of time on split. Okay, after this I'm getting back to CodeGem. That's much better implementation, and this is a case when Python is better. Please do one more clash. No, maybe at the end. One more at the very end of a stream. This is exactly the same that I did. I mean, of course, implemented a bit differently, but faster. So why did I get time limit exceeded? And there are two cases. Either my complexity is bad, or my program is slightly too slow. What is the time limit? 40 seconds. There can be 100 test cases. Oh, but only 10 big ones. So it's like 4 seconds per test case. That should be all right, though I use a lot of operations on sets. There is a better to avoid logarithm at all. It would be double linked list for every line. For every row and for every column, I can have double linked list. But maybe my complexity is bad somewhere. I'm doing something stupid. Yes, I am. New check. Do I use that? I don't. Check is new check. Every time I go through the whole grid. That was a reason. Maybe with proper flags I would be warned that I don't use this at all. By the way, Ctrl-Shift-M in Genie, it highlights a variable. New check. Yeah, I only insert to new check and then I do nothing with that. That was faster. Here we go. What else? There is a possibility of E, but maybe something. Okay. Make me. I asked mods for a new poll. I can either do problem E or something else if you want. Because, well, we did already something from Codeforces. Some comments. What about answering some comments? Damn, Python people had a slight edge in the last challenge. They had. Minus wall, minus W extra. Let's see what I use. Not here. Build commands. I have wall, but I don't have extra. Let's check if now it would warn me. No, it wouldn't. A flag minus W extra wouldn't warn me anyway that I don't use new check. So I'm removing that. Okay. I got two independent links for polls. New poll. New voting. Please use that. And while you vote, I guess I will answer comments and we can do one more Clash of Code. Tutorials on template, please. Don't use those templates. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. What Linux command do you use to compile C++? What flags do you use to compile? I have a video for that. And it should be in FAQ. But you can pause the video right here to see. This is my command, where this is replaced by a program name. Clash, clash, clash. They should allow more competitors. Last clash. Where to vote? I also inserted that in current notes. So in the live stream description, there is a link to this page and it contains all those links. I don't want to answer. I'd like to clash you. Oh. Then you need to join very fast. Oh, I will next time give you a link first. That sounds better. Actually, maybe more of my friends are live now. Reverse. You have to guess what to do by observing the following set of tests. Half, third. Third, fifth, second. Divide by the number of digits. Stefan was faster, 39 seconds. That was an interesting problem. I mean, they shouldn't be used in real competitions. Okay, what about private link for Mateusz first? Wait a moment. Okay. They have like 10 seconds head start. But I will... Last clash. Okay, clash with guests. You can join too. Actually, Mateusz is not online on Facebook, so I think he will miss the message. Oh. We have Swistak, Radeusz. So let's do two of these. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Sequence of integers into a string of ASCII characters. What? Okay. This? Score 0. Okay, what did I mess up? Print answer. Amazing. So I lost by 6 seconds with Nicola and 5 seconds with Radeusz, plus I didn't want to test and I forgot that by default they put this very, very, very smart print answer. So let's try one more time. Congratulations, Nicola and Radeusz. Where's Swistak? Clashing. Go Swistak. So the same thing one more time. I need to hit back. Again, they have a head start. Swistak is complaining in the private chat, Why do you want something with scene.ignore? WTF. Instead of letting me read the input. I should make something like that again in the future. Just today I didn't plan this, so I don't want to spend time doing something not planned. But you know, when I will have time in the future, here's a new link. I'm happy to do stuff like this. Shvistek is complaining on the chat still about the first problem, the reading format. And by the way, I understand that. I fully understand it. Okay, I need to guess a power. I don't know. Factor this 711. This square times that square? No. LCM of that? Let's try. So what? X times equal X, Y times equal Y. Print X times Y divided by GCD. And remove this stupid thing. No, I'm not going to win. This is a long one. Wait, so this didn't work? It's not? 49 times... Oh, just first square times second. Okay. %. Who the fuck reads M first and then N? Okay, I guess everybody knowing the alphabet. L, M, N, and M is first. Why? Why M is first? I thought that N is the first number in the input. Like okay, because in competitive programming you read a graph. It should be M times N, I guess. I will make sure. View code. Yeah. Congratulations to Dynamic and also Kostka among my friends. Radeusz was 1 second faster than me, but also correct. I wasn't. Okay. And Mateusz asked me in the chat, why do you get 0 every problem? Yeah. Well, that should be enough. What about this new clash of code? Yeah, we did that. Code versus division 2, divisor path. So let's move to code versus and let's end the stream with that. What about that? Code versus. So what is problem? What problem was suggested? Again, something with a grid and divisors. Judging from this, I don't want to solve this problem, to be honest. I'm looking at the difficulty. What am I doing? Oh, I need to click competition link first, then standings, to see how quickly people solve that. E. 7 minutes, 9 minutes. I guess it's a correct difficulty. But if it looks stupid, I'm not doing that. How do you have so much energy to code for such long? Asks Vivek. I'm not sure. I never had troubles with this. You know, it's like for gaming. In video gaming, do you have energy to do that for 10 hours in a row? Will you be bored? If you enjoy something, you don't really feel the struggle and being tired. But that's a good question. We're given a positive integer d. Let's build the following graph from it. Each vertex is a divisor of d. Two vertices have an indirect edge if x is divisible by y and x over y is a prime. The weight of an edge is the number of divisors of x that are not divisors of y. I will need to understand this with some example. I mean, to draw it myself, I will understand it better. The length of the path between some vertices be the total weight of edges. So the shortest path, two paths are different if there is a different number of edges in them or there is a position when they are different. Calculate the number of shortest paths between vertices v and u. That's for sure about analyzing this special graph. Bartosz Kostka says easy in the chat. Well, it was easy to beat me. I'm not gonna lie. By the way, I'm not doing coding game because of I got zeros all the time. That's all fine. I think the stream isn't worse because of that, but I don't want to do it for a long time. So as per suggestions, let's do it. But I'm happy to do in the future some stream where I would just, I don't know, clash with people or with friends. Well, 4, 6, 3, that. I think such a graph, it has layers. Like 12 has some number of prime divisors. Like it's 2 times 2 times 3. Then those are with 2 divisors, 2 prime divisors, those with 1, and this is 1. So it's like a bit like a diamond, I would say. Sometimes problems are about that. Easy max. Yeah. Anyway. And what is the weight of an edge? The numbers of divisors of greater number that are not divisors of y. I need a drawing, I guess. Oh, and link. This is problem 5. If you want to open yourself. I don't know why now this is displayed on the screen at all, because I'm not trying to hit any goal. Yeah, if there is, for example, I don't know, 50, something with a lot of divisors, 72. There's edge to 36. Then I care about divisors of this that are not divisors of that. Well, this is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. This is 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. To be a divisor of this, only that you need to have 2 times 2 times 2 in your factorization times anything. So if we forget about this element, if you forget about this, it's just any divisors of the other part. Now I want to find the shortest path. then I bet that if I want to find the shortest path from this, let's say from 2 cubic times 3 square, all the down to 1, I don't know if that's a saying in English, then I wonder if it's optimal to first go to 2 cubic times 3 1 or to 2 square times 3 square. Maybe I will take a look here because somebody drew a graph. From 12, what is the shortest path to 1? 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 1 1, it's all the same. 4 4. Is it all the same? And why? Maybe some more complicated example with this will be divisor's path. Let's start with 100 or 2/5 times 3/20. Actually, the order of doing them doesn't matter indeed, because anyway, at some moment I will move from 2/5 to 2/4. No, it does matter. So what happens if I do it like that? And then here I have divisors of that, so it will be 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus and so on. And so on. This happens 20 times. At the end, from 2/5, when I move down to 2 to 0, it will be plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So it is around 20 times 6 plus 5 times 1. 1 to 5. If I instead decide to do this, and so on, then it will be 21 times 5 plus I need to move with those, it is 20 times 1. Okay, I feel convinced that it isn't a coincidence, and this is again 1 to 5, not a coincidence. Then what about 2 power 2 times 3 power 3 times 5 power 5? If I get rid of them in this order, first 2s, then 3rds, then 5th, maybe I should think about some interpretation to explain why it doesn't matter. Also, Radeusz tells me in the private chat that I should make a stream with a bit more interesting tasks, that would take a few minutes but not that easy. And yes, that would be very good. Just like Scott Wu made a stream with Neil, with Tourist and Umnik, but it requires preparation. It just isn't easy because Coding Game is already a done tool that I can use. Well, instead I need to do something. Are there chat moderators? There are chat moderators, but like people I'm talking about now, they are not. Yeah, here, when I get down with this, what about this interpretation? If this is a multidimensional object, okay, that's, I have an explanation, I think. 21 by 6. So I claim that this number corresponds to a rectangle of size 21 by 6. Every time when you decrease one dimension by 1, you pay with area that is cut out. Like when moving from this to 21 by 5, you pay an area of 21. At the end, you will get left with single square, 1 by 1. Similarly, this will be a 3D object of this size. And no matter how you cut it, layer by layer, if you pay with volume that is cut out, and at the end you will be left with this, then the total cost is that minus this. In this case, it's equal 12 times 6, so that's my claim. But is it guaranteed that questions are about two things that are divisible by each other? Not really. I think I already can solve a problem for one number being divisor of the other, because I proved that no matter the path, it will be the same total. Also, Stefan Daskalescu, sorry about mispronouncing, Stefan says, you can do 1v1 duels with Codeforces problems in AC Discord server. I will happily check it out in the future, and I will do such streams, but I didn't prepare for that for today. Okay, what about two non-divisors? So what if I move from, let's say, a rectangle, like rectangle 6 by 4 versus rectangle 2 by 7? The dimensions are different. I need to move down to this. I think it will be something like LCA. If yes, this is a very, very, very nice problem, my favorite today, where you need to treat both numbers in the input as multidimensional objects. You need to find kind of LCA between them. So this actually will be GCD. And yeah, for paths to GCD and from GCD, I know what to do. What exactly I want to do. If there is a dimension where I want to get down from 6 down to 2 and then up to 3, then this kind of means that I need to put somewhere move down, 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 then up. But there is, let's say, other dimension where I move from 3 to 1, then to 3. This will correspond to a string like, let's say, left, left, right, right. And now I need to combine those into something like down, left, left, down, down, right, down, up, right. Something where this will be proper order. And I'm asking about the number of those strings. Okay, then is that easy? Yes, should be standard binomial coefficients. Where the number, to get this is just one possibility. And to insert those between characters from the previous thing, it will be choose of like how many characters there are in total. In this case, 9, 4. From 9 positions, I need to choose those, and so on. It will be product of such binomial coefficients. And that should be it. Very, very cool problem. Numbers are up to 10 to 15. I can still factorize, but I need long longs, and complexity will be square root of that. Yes, let's start some coding. I hope you enjoyed this analysis from scratch. So this is really how you solve hard problems. You just think what happens step by step. You analyze what is special about this problem, and you make observations. There will be modulo, so let's copy it. I don't think that D is necessary, because there is one query, right? No, multiple ones. And then I need to, but I will factorize D once, and then I can only ask about its divisors. So not that easy, but still possible. I want a map from divisor to its factorization. How many different divisors there can be? Around, it's usually estimated by cubic root of a number. For each of them, I need to already know its factorization. I can copy paste Raw's Pollard algorithm, Pollard's Raw, to factorize a number, and I guess I will do that. Can you explain how to solve questions which ask us to find division modulo billion plus 7? You need to read about inverse modulo. How many prime divisors? The number of prime divisors in D will be very small, so I don't need any special algorithms. While D... If D is divisible by I, then I is like a prime number. Primes push back I. D is divisible by I divide. I don't worry about factorization of D, like if this is number 100, I just want to know 2 and 5. Also, if D is still not 1, it means it's a big prime itself, not necessarily big. Now I know different primes. Now for every query, I know what primes to check, and the number of them is just logarithm of D. Did I pasted a link to this problem? I think I did. Let's say between A and B. And those should be longs. Why not in place back? In place back is for pairs, not for single values. For single values, pushback is fine. 7 billion humans should play. What? Like coding? I need to factorize each of them. And I need to pre-compute binomial coefficients. I hope that 1000 is enough. Yeah, it is enough. Let's pre-compute them. So if you want to read about it, coefficients. This is called A choose B. This is something related to logarithm of D, or yeah, more or less. So 1000 is for sure enough. This is how you pre-compute them. I'm from Brazil, I'm from Poland, from Australia. Hello, all the world. Chat has delay? It doesn't have delay, but there is some normal YouTube delay of video. I think that normally, if you're talking about countries, around 20 to 25% of people watching me is from India and 15% from USA. Then there is a big gap, and maybe 5% is Germany or Canada. India is easily number 1 and USA is easily number 2. Yeah, okay. I have this. Now for every prime occurring in any of them, I need to do something. Here primes. Not int, long. If A modulo P is 0 or B modulo P is 0, Actually, I don't even need that. I need to know by how much each number is divisible by p. Let's call it 1 and 2. Oh, it's easier than what I said. It's much easier. Like here, I thought what happens when I move from 6 down to 2 and then to 3. That would be a path between 3 numbers. Like I don't need from 6, I will just move to 3. I'm here just interested in the difference between them. For example, if one number is 2 to 7, the other is 2 to 10, the difference of exponents is 3. So difference is what this value should know that. Difference will be equal to 3. Now I need to interlease, I think that's a word, those things. So total so far is, let's say 0. Answer is 0. This is like count of positions already, or primes. Length of a string where I insert characters inside. Answer is blank. Answer times choose of difference plus positions difference and positions plus equal diff. Thank you, compiler, for warning me. Let's copy all input files. Always copy them to files because you might want to reuse them. This is divisor path. Infinite loop. Okay, what is wrong? This should be fine. Divide. Okay, that's bad. Answer should be equal 1 if I want to multiply stuff. 1, 3, 1. The first, this is incorrect answer. Those are incorrect as well, but let's focus on this. This is distance between what? 3 and 4. Should be 1. This is the, let's remember the number of paths. I can print diff to know what differences I find, and also a prime. For prime 2, I found difference of 2. For prime 3, I found the difference of 1. That's correct. This is what should happen. And now I need to move between them. Or maybe I need what I wrote over there. Because everybody must move to minimum to minimize the total costs. Costs are related to other factors, right? So maybe it is more complicated like that. It must be 3, 1, 2, 4, or the or switch, whatever. I need to get down to this and then up. I need to split this into 2 parts. In one, I move down from A to GCD, in the other from GCD to B. Yes, sounds reasonable. GCD of AB. Let's repeat 2 times. Because that's the same piece of code. Let's say that I will move from from G up to A, or like from A down to G. But I don't want to modify G. Let's compute new G every time. Move between A and G in some way, but then at the end swap A and B. The second run of the for loop, it will compute things for the other number. You already reached your goal, there is no need to suffer anymore. Believe me, if I suffered while in coding, while solving problems, I would not do YouTube. Do you think competitive programming helps in employability? Yes, it does. But it's not that you need to do competitive programming. So if this or that. If A is divisible, divide A, divide G as well. The difference, that's it. Infinite loop. What happened? G. It's correct now. What about this? Not correct. That's unfortunate. Maybe my entire solution is wrong. That would be very, very bad. Maybe somebody sees a mistake, then please tell me. And also, this is the last problem for today. Maybe I can test things here a little bit. It's hard to write any brute force. Let me read the code. Maybe I see something wrong with my code. So each of those two separate paths, because I claim that I need to get down to GCD, right? Yeah, I said that from some multidimensional object I get down to GCD, then back like that. Gamer named Anomaly has been live on Twitch for over 50 hours, if you think 3 hours is a lot. GCD is wrong. You divide in first loop and reuse in computations of GCD in second. Now it shouldn't be a case because I recompute that, right? Number of ways to go from A to GCD is product of factorials of differences in prime factorization. Factorials? Why do I need factorials? I think it's something like this. Let's say dividing by 2, let's denote it as character 2, dividing by 3 is this, dividing by 5 is that. Then I need to just like interleave them, alternate them. And for that, there are binomial coefficients. What are your key observations for this problem? Well, I said that I'm not going to repeat everything I observed so far. A is 1 after the first loop. Yes, correct. Maybe I have some overflow. What about that? Because this is a test big enough for overflows. Yes, it is. Summary of a stream, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand much, but I like the stream. So For my templates, just assume that this prints to debug p and diff, just like you see over here. Not sure what to do. I can cheat a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. For the sake of stream not lasting for an hour more where I'm looking for a mistake, I'm going to take from the standings some correct code and test against it. Here's CPP. Now input, reload. Let's call it input 4. I don't know, 100, maybe 300. 2 queries between 20 and 50, between 1 and 300. I'm incorrect for the first query, 2050. Let's think. It's 2 and 5. He says 1 path, I say 2. I say 3 paths. Right. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. GCD isn't correct in the second loop because you... Oh, now I understand. Sorry, chat told me that for a few times. Nicola, now I saw from Nicola's comment. I need to say, let's say this. Let's remember that because I messed up A, and when I recalculate G, it's incorrect. This is how you redirect error output. Please be correct. Seems all right. Submit. I don't have any to do. I Control F to do. So that was the last problem. Please pause this video later. Every stream is then available on YouTube by default. I would need to hide it to make it not available, and I'm not going to do that. I have a doubt you already hit 101,000 subscribers. Yes, I did. So this is why I'm finishing the stream. This is, by the way, a graph. Those downs are some YouTube errors. Up to 101,000 it was quite fast, then it slowed down a lot. 102 would take a lot of time. The lesson from today is don't assume that you know the subscribers increase speed. Check your prime for loop. And there are still some hints how to fix the code. Everyone does silly mistakes. That's correct. Just better people do them less often. Again, all the links are on the page for which the link is in the description. Later I will move it maybe to some other page within my GitHub, but then I will also change a link. So it should work. Even if you rewatch it after the stream is over, there should be a working link in the description to this. Yep, I think this is everything. Thanks a lot to my 3 mods for taking care of chat today. Thanks a lot. Thank you everybody for watching. I will do some more streams. Maybe some of them will be 1v1 or in bigger group, because it's fun. Even if I'm losing, that's perfectly fine. It's not that I'm in another league and I don't have a chance. As you saw, everybody makes mistakes. Otherwise, it would be no fun. When I plan some streams, usually they are on Twitch. So on twitch.tv/Errichto. Twitch.tv/Errichto. It says now stream not scheduled, which means I'm not planning any streams. But in general, if there is anything planned, you will learn about it over there. And I stream there usually, not in this channel. Yeah, the main plan for this month is still to do lead code because it's 30-day contest. Though after half of a month now, I kind of regret because it isn't convenient to do the same thing every day. I would like to do some other things too, and sometimes I don't have time. Or for example, there was holiday. I didn't want to do anything for a day. But well, I started, I will finish that. Then after some time in May, there will be a break from LeetCode maybe. At least 2 weeks. I'm happy today that LeetCode wasn't suggested too much. Should I say anything more? Yeah. It's very nice to get 100,000 subscribers. It's like a confirmation that what I'm doing is useful for some people. And it is not useful for everybody, sure. This is the discussion on Code Forces today was about that. What the chat says. Thanks for your time. You're welcome. Teddy is back, indeed. He is back. I think I can turn off this. And for some time, I cannot worry about subscribers count because another milestone is what? 200,000? It isn't even a nice number. I wonder if million is ever possible. Maybe after several years, because it will go up. If I continue that for 5-10 years, it should reach 1 million. But who can say what will happen after 5 years? Typing race? Okay, one last typing race. Oh, well, those are short, so let's do that. Let's go typing racer. Raise your friends. This time I will just paste in the chat. Done. You can join. Oh, I should log in. Well, I'm guest, already guest. But this is very last thing to do today. This is typeracer.com website where you can race against your friends. Back in test, so it needs to check me. No, I don't want that. I need to log in. One moment. When you get a very nice score, it will try to check whether you were fair. Again, link pasted in the chat. Oh no, it's a long one. You reached 100,000 subs, stop coding that. I stopped. Did you solve LeetCode daily problem in this stream? No, I didn't. Because I shouldn't do that during a stream. We have William in the race. He's better than me. I'm sure he's better than me. second place by 7 words per minute. Aryang has some real problems with you. Well, regarding code forces, I kind of agree with what he says. I have to create a new one. Congratulations to William, of course, for winning. I stopped. Oh, I think you can still join. And the next one, I will wait 5 seconds. I switched from harder content to a lot of easy content. So it's understandable to feel sad about that. But of course, it would be stupid to demand something. It's not that everybody is obligated to... Well, actually, if I want to help maximum possible number of people, I should do easy content, right? But I see his points. Made in a snap because I don't even know this word. Fragile? 89.bat. Okay, I guess that's enough. Congratulations here to Nikt. Again, thanks everybody for watching. See you in some next videos and streams. For that, twitch.tv/Errichto. Bye.